So right now, we've just finished up a bunch of morning chores around the house. We are now going to leave the house and go check on Big Red, who's being, she's in storage. She's been in storage for a year, at least a year now. During COVID, Tony didn't race, so she had to be put away, and she hasn't been started, so we have to go check her battery.
So I'm going to back my truck up to the trailer now and hook up to it so we can take it up to the other storage unit and pull Big Red out. Try to pull Big Red out.
Okay, here we go. Is it on?
So it's on the ball. On the ball. So what I'm going to do is pull it forward a little bit, just make sure it seats really well, and then I'm going to latch it up and hook up the safety chains.
And we'll check the lights and everything.
Yeah, we'll check all the lights and everything. Tight fit.
Yeah. I'm worried that you're going to knock the lights off on the house.
Oh, hold on. It'll come straight out now.
Okay.
I just, it's a tight fit in the back of it, so.
Okay, so the plan for the morning is, now that the trailer is hooked up, I'm going to check the safety lines and everything. And then after that, hopefully we'll be bringing Big Red back here, but if not, it's alright. We'll just leave the charger there, and we'll bring the battery here and charge it here, and then bring it back to Big Red, and then we'll be able to move her. It looks like the trailer being back here for a few months has kind of ruined the lawn a little bit. I'll show it to you in a second. Alright, yeah, the lawn is kind of wrecked. To be honest, I've been begging for our lawns to be reseeded, like ripped up and reseeded for a couple years now. Maybe this will be the catalyst that Mr. Man needs to see that we actually need better grass seed. That's like my thing. I have a list of things that I keep asking for that I never get. I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna let you look right at him when I tell him what it is. We need to reseed the lawns. We do. We need like beautiful like Kentucky bluegrass lawns. Anyway, whatever it is, it's not this. This is like a comb over. This. I know. Are these? I think these are deer poop. Hey Tony, these are deer poop. Wait. Did you just these deer poops were on there? They're black and maybe not, it's not. Wait, it might be berries. Actually, I think it's berries. Yeah, these are berries. Yours is 80. This one. No, but that's the kind of lock we use.
Maybe got a building. Let me see. She wrote. The original text was 57. That's over here. It's 57. But down here, number 57.
This is not true. This is not ours. This is not ours.
We shall see.
Well, I already know it isn't. It's way down here. Is it? Is that ours?
No. Looks like the scuff one actually. No, let's go back to the other one. See if it's number 90. It doesn't look like our lock on number 90.
I think we have one of those round lock. I think the round lock that we were looking at is the. There's one right there, 51. That's a round lock too. That's our style of lock.
Yeah, but remember to put those scuff marks on there. You can see the put the bottom of the card ready. That's it. Scuff marks are gone. They're inside, not outside. Probably not completely flat.
This side they are. This one.
Yeah, this is gonna work. I am hooking up what's this is the jump starter. So the battery in here. So it's going to act like it's connected to another vehicle. It's going to jump start my vehicle. Maybe not. Not that much of a charge. See what happens. I'm going to jump in and see if there's enough charge on that thing to start this car. If not, I'll have to pull the truck around. Nope.
No, nothing, zero, nada.
It hadn't been plugged in long enough, I don't think.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna pull the truck down.
Why?
So I need to jump start and I can pull right around that way.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna bring the battery home.
Oh, I can.
Are you gonna be able to get this car onto the trailer if you jump start it?
I think so. Let me have a pump tires up first.
Okay.
When I start, get out of the garage, I get on the trailer.
Okay. All right. Well, we're here at Big Red's vacation spot. As you can see, she's right behind me here. She's been sitting in there for at least a year. Battery's dead. The charger that we charged before we came here, thinking maybe it might hold enough charge to help jump her, we didn't keep it plugged in enough. We kind of knew that was the case, but we wanted to try it anyway. So Tony's gonna pump up a couple of her tires. They're a little flat. He keeps them flat anyway for when he's racing. Well, they're not flat, but there's not a lot of air in there and it really grips the track. But for right now, he needs to pump them up so that he can drive her out. Maybe get her onto the trailer if he can get a good jump start going.
that's good.
Okay.
Let's get the tires pumped up. I think all 4 of them with that.
Okay. All 4?
Yeah. Oh, it's been
That took a long time. With that little tiny thing. Does it have that much of a charge to charge all 4?
Well, I brought a spare battery just in case.
Okay, well, this front one needs it worse than all the others as far as I can see.
So Big Red only has about 4 inches of clearance, ground clearance from the lowest point on the vehicle. So it's really low. It makes it hard to get it on the trailer. It makes it also hard to get it specifically inside of this storage unit.
Go show us over there how. Use your fingers.
You see there's already a gap here. It goes up quite a bit. It's probably 3 inches already. And then behind the door is another space that goes up at least another inch. That's 4 inches. So when I go in and out, the bottom of the car drags. So I have these things called race ramps, which give me a few extra inches of lift, which help me get on the ramps for the trailer. It also was needed to get in and out of this garage bay when we put the car in storage this past fall. So let me show you what these race ramps look like and what they do for me. So they have a nice little gap on them here. Makes them sit like that. And that's great when I'm going over here to put them on the ramp on the trailer. But here they're a little bit too high, so I actually lift it over and I can drive right over them and drive right out. So we're here today to pull Big Red out of the garage, out of the storage unit, but we're going to be relocating Big Red to a storage unit much closer to the house. So I can pull it out and do some prep work on it if I need to. And
what do you mean by prep?
So prep work, it's been sitting for almost a year, so I've got to take it apart, check all the wheel bearings, all the wheel studs, check all the brake fluids, and got to change the engine oil. Probably should flush the brake fluid at this point actually. So it's got to be completely re-prepped. All the fluids need to be changed out. Just need to make sure everything's nice and tight still, and get the battery good and charged so we can make sure it starts in the pits. And if all goes well, maybe I'll make it down to Thompson Motor Speedway in October for the final race of the season. If not, it'll have been 2 years since I've been on the track, so I'll have to ask for a waiver in order to race next year. I don't really want to have to do that. So.
Okay.
And I want to go racing. I started that thing up and heard it purr. Boy, it sounded good.
All the tires are now, they're not filled, but they're, how many pounds of pressure in each?
30 pounds each now.
What do you race with?
About 24.
Okay. So he races at about 24 pounds per tire, but I'm not saying that right. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that right, but now it's at 30 pounds per tire. I think I'm missing something.
It
like.
really depends on the temperature outside.
Is it 30 pounds per?
20 pounds per square inch.
See, I knew I was missing per square inch, but I didn't want to say it because I wasn't. All right. Anyway, it's 30. So all 4 of them are at 30, and it looks like she's gonna start right up. He's so happy. You know what? There was a part of me that was pretty happy to hear her too, because man, she's throaty as heck, especially compared to all the other little cars that he races with. He dwarfs them with sound. It's I like it. Anyway, yeah, you had to be there kind of moment. See what I mean?
The Big Red wants out of hibernation. It starts right up and she's ready to go. Keep an eye on these, make sure they don't get pushed forward.
Make sure they don't move.
Huh?
Make sure they don't move.
Make sure they don't go forward with the tires.
Okay. Okay.
so I can drive up onto the trailer.
Okay.
I'm gonna winch it up onto the trailer.
Okay, good.
I actually prefer it when he uses the winch because otherwise I have to stand on that while he's putting the car up, or stand between that and the truck. I don't really like doing that because sometimes when the car comes up onto the trailer, it jerks it forward and I'm standing between there and it's just not really safe. So what he'll do is he'll bring it up to the middle back here, and then he has there's a ring on the front. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. It's if he gets in an accident on the track, they can just come hook to it and tow him off with no problem. So that's what he's going to put the winch on. He's going to connect the winch to it and just winch it up on there, which is so much better, you guys. So much better.
Ooh.
So this is the other thing that I added to the trailer. I got tired of getting the car wrecked at the track, and I'm going to try and figure out how I was going to get up on the trailer. So I say that, it sounds like I wreck my car a lot, and I don't wreck my car, other people wreck my car. Anyway, so I put a winch on there so I can pull the car up.
Not just any winch.
Not just any winch, it's a SuperWinch. That's the name of that's a brand that they make really great winches. So
They really are super.
yep, they are super. It's a pretty massive device. It'll pull 9,000 or 9,500 pounds. Got to start the truck to make it work. So I'm going to go around and start the truck, and then I'll show you how the winch works and how it connects to Big Red.
Okay.
So I put the winch into free spin mode, which means I can pull the cable out without it grinding on the motor. So I'm going to pull this all the way out. And Big Red has this handy dandy tow hook around the front of it. This is also an SCCA regulation. You have to have a tow hook in the front and the back. That way they can pull you off the track with their emergency vehicles, their wreckers and tow trucks, in case you're blocking the lane so you get the race going again. That's it. We latch it on and put these front hooks down so I don't stop the car. Just need to turn this handle so it engages the motor again. And I get my controller. They do make a wireless controller for this, but it's really expensive. This doesn't really justify buying one. Maybe an extension cable would be great. Just gonna take the slack out at first. Alright, so now Big Red looks pretty well lined up. Nice and straight, so we're gonna pull her on and see what happens. The winch also has automatic braking, so if I let off and stop pulling it on, the car doesn't roll back off.
Good.
I don't know if you saw that or not, but you see that the clearance is very, very, very minimal.
Hold on, let me go look. Hold on. This should give. Hold on. This should give you a heart attack if you are connected to your cars. Hold on 1 second. Let me show you. Okay, go ahead.
So bring it up where I want it. I have to straighten them out again once it's up here a little further. Well, a longer cable will be a lot easier.
Oh yeah. Why? Do you have a?
I don't.
Do they have one?
Yeah, they do.
That's plenty of space.
That one be fairly even though. Is it, that tire look lined up with the black over there?
Yeah, you're
That should go out nice and straight. So it's really nice to know that this car has been sitting here for a year, and all I had to do is come and hook everything up and be able to pull it all on the way I wanted to, the way it was supposed to work, and not have to worry about anything failing. And Big Red ran just fine, even though she needed a jump start. She said thank you, I could hear her.